Hi everybody, Dizzy Nails and Beauty here. Today we're going to be doing a long set of nails using the Glitterbels Extreme tips. I've already prepped them, put a clear layer of acrylic on my nails, and then we're going to come in with the Solar Rays from Tia's Beauty. But I'm only actually putting this on the exposed area that's going to be exposed underneath, because this is the colour we're going to see underneath. It's a very bright yellowy glitter and it's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to put all this on all 5 of my nails, and once we've done that we'll come in with another colour, also from Tia's Beauty. On the middle finger first, we're going to use this iceberg, as when I did this set on my other hand, when using the water decal, which we're going to use later on, it didn't show up because you were actually meant to use a white. Still didn't show up as much as it would have done using a white, because this is still like a very pale grey blue colour. And I'm, like I say, just using this on the middle finger. I'm trying to keep the layers exceedingly thin, because we've already got that yellow down and we don't want a bulky nail, so I'm just making sure we've covered all that yellow, because we don't want any of that exposed either, because that's like meant to be the surprise from underneath. Once I'm happy I've got that covered up, I'm then going to come in and do my cuticle bead on that finger. Now we've done that, we're going to come in with Thunder, and we're just going to repeat that same process on all the rest of the nails. On my other hand, I have got Thunder on all of them. This is another grey, but it's a slightly darker grey, though it doesn't really show up as much on the camera as it does in real life. But it is a darker grey, but still a pale grey, if you know what I mean. So I'm just repeating that process again by covering all the yellow, and trying to keep it as thin as I can, using the brush to pat it down thinly, using really small beads, because I do want this very thin, because when you're layering it up like this, it can quite easily become very big and bulky and clumpy, and that's not what you want, and especially for a stiletto nail anyway. Once we've done that, then we're going to cap it all in clear using the Tia's Beauty Crystal Clear, and I'm just going to show you it on one finger. So we're basically putting it down, making sure we've covered all the grey, so when we come to file we're not going to remove any of that colour. And then I'm just using the belly of the brush to drag that acrylic down to the rest of the nail. Don't quite manage it in one bead, I do have to end up using another bead at least. But this is how I cap my nails. Once they're all capped and it's all the acrylic is set, then we're going to come in and file them. I did struggle somewhat with these, because I've never had nails this long before. I don't think I ever will ever again, because I did struggle with them. Even lost one in Aldi's potatoes. So someone's going to get a little surprise there. And basically I just file the side walls, and then I go around the cuticle area, and then I do the body of the nail, and then once that's nice and smooth, I come in with a buffing block to remove any deep ridges that the file has created. Now on this set, because I have done that double colour, a little bit of the grey and the clear had like overrun underneath, and I didn't want that. It was looking a little bit untidy, so I thought I'd just get my little cuticle remover stroke nail remover underneath and give that a file with my Sayang portable file. And then I'm coming in, removing any of the dust and debris using some acetone. And then underneath there we're just going to cap that so it's nice and shiny underneath. And then we're going to cure that in the lamp. And then I'm coming in using this giraffe decal that is from Print by Example, I think it's called. I will link it down below. I absolutely love this giraffe water decal. It actually is a really nice thick water decal to work with as well, but be warned, you do have to cut exceedingly close to the decal itself. And to let that decal adhere, I'm just putting a thin layer of base coat on the finger it's going on, and then I'm going to cure it and then put the decal in the water whilst that's curing, just to give it the soak. But please remember, once you take the decal out of the water, it is important that you remove any of the excess water. Just dabbing it on a bit of kitchen towel is perfectly fine. And then you can see me just taking the back off and giving it another quick dab. And then I'm placing this on my nail, and as you can see here, it's so easy to move around. It doesn't crease up or crinkle or anything. I was really impressed with it, to be honest. And then we're coming in with Stormy Sky Ink London's gel paint. I've never actually used this one before, but it was quite a good match to the grey in the giraffe. And I'm basically just going around that giraffe, just framing it with like a giraffe animal print, if you like. I don't know why I did this really. I think I should have just left it with the giraffe on it, because it did kind of get lost. It was a bit of a waste really, but it was too late. Once I'd done it, so what are you going to do? And then on this finger we're just going to have a full finger of that giraffe animal print on there, again using that Stormy Sky again. Like with this set, I did enjoy wearing them because majority of them was very muted and it was matte top coated on the tops, but then underneath you had that wow pow like feel because you had that really vibrant yellow with the glitter and then the shiny top coat. It was complete just juxtaposition, if I can get my teeth out. So yeah, it was really fun set to wear. On my thumb there I was just doing a line of the giraffe print, to be honest. Then we're going to come in with Glitter Bells Crispy Seaweed Gel Polish and just going to draw some leafy branches really, or paint them I should say. I basically just do a wiggly line and then I'm just coming in and just doing little lines off that wiggly line, if that makes sense. I've never actually painted leaves before, so they wasn't the best. And then we're going to come in and matte top coat all of these nails. And now we're going to come in and do some 3D flowers. Please don't come at me. I've only ever really done a rose flower before, I think, and even then I wasn't the best at doing it. But I did want a couple of different flowers. I was trying to basically replicate the flowers that was in the giraffe's head, but because I hadn't used the white underneath the decal, it didn't really pop as much as I thought it was going to do. But it just gave me an opportunity again to practice doing some flowers. So we're just using this bright orange from Tears Beauty to do them. And basically I'm just putting the ball of acrylic down, let it settle for a few seconds, then I'm coming down the centre and then moulding the outer leaf shape, and then just patting it down from the inside outwards, if that makes sense. I did watch a few YouTube videos. There's much people out there that give you a much better description on how to do these, but I thought I'll leave them in because I've done them, and things can only get better, right? Now there you can see me just doing a circle of monomer on my nail. I picked that up in Young Nails video, and basically it just gives you kind of an outline of where you actually want your flower to be, so you're not going too big or too small with your flower. So I'm basically putting this yellow acrylic down, which is also Tia's Beauty, make it into like a C, and then I'm using the body of the brush, the belly of the brush, and patting it down to make it thinner, so it ends up being thicker at the end but thinner in the centre. And we just continue to do this, going around and making different petals. As you're getting closer to the centre, it is important to let the acrylic dry that you've set on, otherwise it would just merge into each other and it wouldn't really get that created the petal effect. When I do the very last centre, I basically put a dot of acrylic down, a small dot at that, and then I take the point of my brush and I literally just wiggle it around so there's like a hole in the centre. And that's it for that rosy thing. And I went with a yellow rose because I was going with the neon colours. And then we're going to use this luminous pink for the flower, the next flower that is. We're just basically repeating the steps that I did with the orange flower, but we're actually going to add more petals into this one. You can see me patting it down from the sides, so keeping that centre very, very thin. And then for the centre of that orange flower, we're using the same yellow, and we're also using honey. This is like to give it kind of as if it's like a sunflower effect type of flower. I'm not too sure, but I'm basically putting like a bit of a circle in there, and then once it's started to set up a bit, I'm just using the point of my brush to do some divots in there. And then for the pink flower, I'm just putting a little bit of Tears Clear down, and then putting this embellishment I found in my drawer. And that's the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed them. Please comment, subscribe, and I shall see you soon. Bye.